The two ordinary hosts of this podcast are not professionals on parapsychology, extraterrestrials, cryptozoology, nor would they describe themselves as religious or prone to superstition. They'd also like to make it known that this show is not intended for children or those with sensitive sensibilities. Please listen at your own discretion. And remember, the truth is often anecdotal.
Is that good? All right. It's 1 p.m. on a Wednesday when you sit down to record your podcast with your more mysterious co-host when you realize you haven't planned a theme for today's episode. So you do what we do on this podcast best. Run to Reddit for the answers. You check the usual suspects, r/paranormal, r/ghosts, cryptids, and even explain like I'm 5. And as usual, you find that Reddit does not upset. Hello, listeners. I am Mr. R.
And I'm Mr. X.
Paranormal dudes.
Reading paranormal stories.
I almost forgot how the intro went.
Yeah, we took a little bit of a break.
Yeah. Some stuff happened.
My February was so hectic that I was just so tired by the end of it. I not only posted the wrong video to the wrong YouTube channel, I also just put the completely wrong thumbnail on it too. So I was like, maybe I should take a break for a minute.
You know, we all deserve breaks every now and then, I feel.
So today, I guess we're just gonna pick some stories on the fly.
Yeah, no particular theme, sort of a grab bag episode. Maybe look at some funny imagery or videos. Yeah, whatever we run into.
Yeah, I think my the two little stories I picked today are funny.
Okay. Do you want to start with one of yours?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and start with my first one. Where did I put that? This one is from the Paranormal subreddit, posted by Agitated Waters 8 days ago. I decided for this I was going to look up the most popular in the last week. And this
oh my
was
gosh,
one
that's
of
what I did.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
This was the first one that was marked experience. So it's called Something in the Woods. I was sitting in my front yard alone next to the fire. It was about 10 p.m. when this first happened. Sitting there, smoking a cigarette, I heard something meow in the trees about 30 feet away. I walked over after yelling for it, and then I heard a very pronounced, very human-like meow. I don't know how else to explain it other than a grown-ass man saying, meow. I freak out and run to my neighbors thinking it's a monster or some shit. 10 seconds after I get inside, all of his power goes out. I run home and grab my gun, and then something ran across my yard. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't an animal. I'm not crazy. I know what I saw, and no one will believe me. There's a little update on this. It's not very interesting. Essentially, he just says that he forgot to update everybody because he was working and blah, blah, blah. I guess I don't know if I believe this story. It sounds pretty fantastical. And the more the OP responds to some of the comments that I've seen, it just seems more and more like a fictitious story that, this person was bored and kind of wanted to put something out there, right? So with that said, the first comment begins with, I believe you.
The duality of man.
That sounds like a messed up experience. If it was supernatural or a grown-ass man meowing at you, the power going out on top of that, I would have been at DEFCON 1 and losing my shit. Did you work out what the go was with the power?
You did read that, right?
Yeah, no, that's exactly how it's written. I was trying to figure out what exactly they could have meant. A deal, maybe, what the deal with the power was.
Maybe.
But deal is 4 letters and go is 2. So.
At the keyboard and trying to figure out, what the... No, I've got nothing for this.
Yeah. OP does respond. Actually, this OP is pretty good at responding to a lot of these. But he does respond with, no, my neighbor is staying at my place tonight. I'm still hearing the bushes. There's no one close enough to do anything. He's my only neighbor, and I know his voice. So it didn't answer really any of the questions.
No,
but,
not at all.
Except that he didn't get an answer. Let's see. Someone else responded to that comment with, just curious, did you lose power too, or just your neighbor? To which the OP does specify just the neighbor. Do you have any theories on what this could be?
I mean, no. Okay, so I just finished watching the first season of White Lotus, and without spoiling anything, there's some sneaking about, some stealthy activities in that show, and each time it happened, I couldn't help but think, like, I would have done something different. And this, to me, maybe sounds like someone broke into your house and was really bad at imitating a cat. Now, what ran across the yard that was definitely not a creature, or not, what does it say? I don't know what it was, but it wasn't an animal. It was one of those horse girls.
Oh, yeah, the ones who like to gallop on their...
Yeah, the galloping horse girls.
Maybe. Very... Or... You know, they did say it sounded like a grown man. So maybe instead of a horse girl, it was one of those, oh my gosh, what is that show? My Little Pony bros?
Oh, yeah, a brony?
Yeah, brony. Who also likes cats, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, no, maybe it's a cat boy. Maybe it's one of those, furries.
Oh my god, this is going to line up perfect with our next Sequel Factory episode.
Oh my gosh, it will.
Yeah.
Will this come out before that? I guess it has to. Huh?
Yeah, it more than likely will. But there's a teaser for you guys. Even if it came out afterwards, yeah, you go listen to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh god, so the week we were supposed to record that, I forgot, and then I believe it was the Wednesday we were going to record. What was it? Jet had to bail.
Yeah.
Right. And but his Jet's message to bail was my reminder that I hadn't even watched the movie yet.
Yeah. And then today I wasn't sure if, because it's been nonstop for me. I worked like 14 days straight essentially, and then I went on a trip to Dallas to visit one of my friends up there. But whenever I visit him, it's literally like run and gun. It's nonstop, like the entire time. I maybe got like combined over 3 days, like 7 hours of sleep. And then I had to come straight back to work. And I was like, shit, I'm not going to have time to watch this movie. So I asked Jet, I was like, was that supposed to be today or next week? And luckily he said next week.
Yeah.
Otherwise I would have been losing more sleep today.
Definitely a wild time for podcasts.
Yeah. The next comment on here from Current Skill 7805. Truly curious for better visual / mental perspective. How old are you and your neighbor? Male or female? Until you both have a better idea of what it is / was, stick together. Flashlights. Please be safe. Update us when possible if anything else happens. The OP does respond. And they say, I am 21, male. He is 20, male. And then for some reason he just adds, I have my AR next to me in bed and my handgun under my pillow. He's got a handgun and is sleeping on my couch.
Huh.
It seems like an overreaction. I don't know. We don't know what part of the country this guy lives in.
True.
Could be,
True.
Maybe it's an underreaction, you know? Maybe he should be putting Home Alone-esque traps all over his house to try to catch this thing.
Right. Bunch of marbles, paint cans on ropes,
yep.
some caltrops of some kind, maybe an iron. I think there was an iron involved.
Yeah, hot iron.
At least one spider.
And unlike in Home Alone, you'll definitely kill whatever runs into these traps.
Absolutely. One of my favorite episodes of there's this podcast. I'm not plugging this, but it's I believe it's Teresa and Justin or Travis, I forget which one. One of the McElroy brothers has a podcast with their wife. It's called Sawbones, but there are like special episodes that they do where she, as a doctor, will explain all the ways that the wet bandits would have died in those movies.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Oh, okay. Here's one that might clear up our little horse girl brony debate.
Okay.
From Capital Doom, they ask, was the thing running on 2 legs or 4 legs across your yard?
Important question.
OP does respond, the best way I could explain it, a deer on 2 legs, sprinting.
A deer on 2 legs sprinting. That is upsetting. I hate the imagery of that.
Okay, so I guess I had to go back to his update because he does say, I had work at 8 today and just been kind of relaxing and going to the property and check some shit out. I did find about 3 sets of deer tracks through the area where I heard the meowing. But other than that, I haven't seen or heard anything else. So that would have been more relevant, I guess, if he would have said that the thing looked like a deer running on 2 legs.
Right.
A lot of these comments are just people giving like rational advice. Like when he said he's sleeping with a gun under his pillow, somebody was like, hey, glad you can protect yourself, but, use some situational awareness and keep a clear head because you guys are going to fucking hurt somebody.
I mean, definitely good advice, sure.
Okay, I'll end on this comment from J Squared 2004. They say, sounds like a skinwalker. OP says, currently watching lore videos. Now, does that mean he read this comment and was like, let me go find out what that is? Or does that mean he's been watching lore videos and then was easily spooked? Or decided to just share a story to get some karma on Reddit? Because this does have like 457 upvotes, which isn't, a ton, but it's more than some people get. Yeah. And it has about 103 comments. I'm going to go with that. Because, again, this sounds pretty fantastical. And the more I read through the comments, I was like, okay, all right.
All right.
I don't believe you, agitated waters. But okay, let's go ahead and just move on to your first story.
Sure.
See where that takes us.
This is a story, but it's also kind of a request to like reach out and see what other people have. It's on r/paranormal as of 6 days ago from the user Journalist External 68. It reads thusly: tell me a paranormal experience that no one believes in. Body of their text just begins a story. So,
okay.
My mother used to wake me up every morning. That day, I woke up first and stayed in bed waiting for her to come and call me. My room had no door, so I had a clear view of the hallway. I lay there when I saw my mother walk by. I still remember all the details, like the clothes that she was wearing and how she was tying her hair up as she walked by, looking straight ahead. I thought it was strange. I got up and went to the kitchen. I didn't see her. I went to the bathroom, laundry room, but nothing. That was very strange, so I decided to go into her room even though I know it was impossible for her to go back to her room without me noticing. I opened the bedroom door slowly. The room was a bit dark, but I could see someone there on the bed. I went closer and saw my mother there, sleeping soundly. I was scared and checked to see if she was still breathing. At that moment, I even thought that my mother had died and I saw her appearance. I think she meant like ghost or like a spirit or something.
Yeah, like a projection.
Yeah. She was just sleeping peacefully. I don't know what that was, and to this day, it gives me goosebumps whenever I remember it. Whenever I say this, people say I was still asleep and laugh, but I was wide awake. The only explanation that I found on the internet years later was that what I saw was a doppelganger of my mother.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, doppelganger.
Yeah.
You hear a lot of stories like that, but I don't know. I guess I always assumed like doppelganger was like out and about, not just, I mean, I guess it's creepier if it's just hanging around your house and every once in a while decides to make an appearance,
Right, like inside. And like, I don't know how they work, but like if your mom's asleep and the doppelganger like assumes form and then walks out of her room, starts to tie its hair back, and then just leaves the house.
Goes and runs the errands and then becomes an outside doppelganger.
Yeah, those outside doppelgangers.
Nefarious.
Not those domestic doppelgangers.
Man. Could I get a doppelganger to run my errands?
Oh, that would be nice, huh?
Would they come back with the groceries and everything too? Or
Would they know my PIN to like pay for stuff?
oh yeah, do they take your wallet with them when they go? And that's why we can never find anything, is because they're out and about with the doppelganger.
Right. Next time I can't find something, I'm going to assume that my doppelganger is running an errand that requires that thing, and I should just move on. That's a healthy way to look at it.
I was gonna say a lot of these comments are really long, and then I remember it's because they asked for a story.
Yes. Obviously, we don't have to read the longer ones, but I mean, there are some on here that are pretty short. Let's see. Ketchup Gang says, it's not that no one believes. It's just kind of an odd story that I have a hard time explaining. I lost my dogs tragically years ago. The night after it happened, I was half awake and felt as if 2 dogs were lying beside me. But when I fully woke up, the sensation was gone. Right? Like that's a short post for you. Zalieda says, they said goodbye. So that says, that's what I've been told. I like to think that was it, because it comforts me knowing that they would give me one last cuddle since I couldn't properly say goodbye to them. Aw.
And then Zally.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, they just post crying emojis in response.
Yeah, 4 very sad crying emojis.
Okay, here's one from Kaka24. I am new to Reddit, 2 weeks, and I have read this similar story 2 times already. A kid who was playing in the basement and his mother came to tell him to come upstairs for dinner while the mother wasn't home yet. The other one had a similar occurrence in the hallway with the mother walking by. It seems that this happens often. I thought that was going to go in a different route of him being like, this is BS. Fucking too many people have similar stories. That would be really creepy with the mom not being home, but you see her. Yeah.
So I have a similar story, but technically it is a story that I heard from my mom. So growing up, my parents were split, right? And I would go see my dad every other weekend. And sometimes they would meet like in the middle to drop me off and pick me up. Other times my dad would have to just drive me all the way to our house. Well, one day, my dad and I are in the truck, right? It was like a 2-hour drive. We're about 1 hour of the way through, and I get a call on my cell phone. This was back whenever it was like a flip phone. And I answer it. My mom was like, hey, are you here yet? And I was like, no, well, we just got through Brownwood. And she's like, oh, okay. And I didn't think anything of it, right? Like, she's like, oh, okay. See you when you get home. Bye. We hung up. Finally, when I get home, she and my dad have their conversation, and then he says goodbye and he leaves. Right? And she and I are watching, like, I don't know, I'm going to say like Judge Judy, because probably. And she goes, hey, earlier when I called you, it's because I heard you here. And I was like, oh, what do you mean? And she goes, I was in the upstairs bathroom. So we had a 2-story home. When you walk in through the front door, there was a staircase that went like straight up, like right directly ahead. And then if you go up and to the left, there was a bedroom, and in that bedroom was a bathroom. So she goes, well, I was in that bathroom taking a bath, and I heard the front door open, the front door close. I heard you say, I'm home. And then I heard all of the footsteps it would take to get up the stairs and into your room. Out of the shower, and I dried off, and I went into your room, and you weren't there. I went downstairs, you weren't in the house, and I went outside. And obviously you weren't home. That's why I called you, is because I heard you come home. And I was like, that's very upsetting.
Are you us?
Oh,
like in the movie
yeah.
Us, where they replace them.
I'm part of the Hands Across America.
Yeah. That sounds more like a time skip. I mean, it could be a doppelganger, right? But it sounds like a time skip as well.
Right.
Like, maybe that did happen, but then when she got out of the shower, it was like an hour or so earlier. It arrived. Glitch in the Matrix. Let's see,
hello, it's me, Glitch.
Someone responded with just a little factoid here. Vader just said, by location, in parentheses, see doppelgangers, is a phenomenon that happens, although it's not as popular as things like ghosts. Thanks.
Okay.
I guess.
So I did Google by location, the supposed phenomenon of being in 2 places simultaneously.
Whole episode on by location.
By location, yeah. Well, I first things first, we got to see if Reddit even has that.
Yeah. No, but the last comment on here is just from A Israel 63. Are doppelgangers the same as mimics? I've been seeing references to mimics a lot lately. What if everything is energy, right? Perhaps some of our
Okay.
energy splinters off, and while we go on, there's a piece of us stuck in like a loop somewhere. Uh, which is, I guess, a popular theory for like ghosts. Like maybe
Yeah.
it's just a residual energy or whatever. Curious Technology 662 responds to that saying, could very well be with regard to doppelgangers. I've experienced mimics and
Mm-hmm.
don't think they're the same. Those would impersonate the voices of people I knew. Isn't that what happened here too?
Right.
No. I guess not. That was your story. Um, in this story, I guess they didn't hear their mom say anything.
Let's name him Jim. Sorry, I'm reading a different comment. Pixel
Yeah.
Kitty says, so I have a friend, let's name him Jim. He had an older brother that sadly passed away, and I was really close to him too. Ever since his passing, when I'm at Jim's house, even when we're just me and him, I can practically feel someone always watching us. I often walk by his brother's room and see a shadow sitting on his bed. I heard the doors open. We saw doors open and close. I don't know, maybe it's just in my head, but it's still freaking me out. There are no replies to this.
There's not even any upvotes.
Hold on,
There's
I'll
like
give
the
it an
one.
upvote, and
There you go.
I'll say, whoa.
Did you spell it right?
Wild stuff. There you go.
Oh, all right. Let's end it on that weird story.
Okay.
Didn't go anywhere, and go to my next story, which I have to post. We're gonna switch gears here for a moment.
It was my gear shifting sound.
I don't know what it sounded like because Discord did not like
Discord
that.
didn't like it.
Okay, my next story is from the Glitch in the Matrix subreddit.
There you go, yeah.
This is from 14 hours ago. Posted
hot
by
off the press.
Destroy Mode 96. It's titled, My Coworker is Suddenly Taller Than She Used to Be. That was written with a question mark, so I'm not really sure how to read that. It goes, my favorite coworker is taller than she used to be. Last time we worked together, she barely came to my shoulder. Today, I saw her and she was like 4 or 5 inches taller. I mentioned it, asking if maybe she had new shoes or something, but no. Last week, she was 5'3". Today, she's closer to 5'7". I vividly remember a whole discussion with her a couple of weeks ago where we were talking about her height. She told me she was 5'3", the same height as my oldest sister. Today, she was as tall as my mom. I don't know what to think. It's weird that his sister and mom have like a height discrepancy that
Sure.
this person can like correlate it to. So when I was first reading this, I was like 4 or 5 inches. Isn't that typically how big heels are?
I mean, 4 inches is a pretty tall heel.
Well, they make like 6 and 7 inch stilettos, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you got to be like doing some kind of professional work to be wearing those justifiably.
But they specifically said not shoes. So let's see what the comments have to say. There are 42 comments on this one. So I think it's going to gain some traction.
Mm-hmm.
No thanks to this podcast because this will probably be out in 2 weeks.
Well,
see.
maybe in 2 weeks we'll hear some stuff.
See, Bougie Delivery says, that's a significant difference. Did you ask her again how tall she is or remind her of your earlier conversation? The very next comment by Dustin Dirt is almost exactly the same. What the fuck? Did you remind her about the conversation you guys had? This is awesome. To which someone responded to that with, do her clothes fit different or are they the same? Now, I scrolled through this, and I guess since it's only been 14 hours, maybe they haven't had the chance, but OP has not responded to any of these. So we're still going to be speculating here, right? Let's see, what else is there? BetterFan5404 says, maybe she had back surgery. I grew more than 10 centimeters overnight after doing mine, but it would be strange for her to already be working. But they didn't say how long it's been since they last worked together.
That's true. Hold on, what does it say? It just says taller than she used to be, but guess what? We all are.
Yeah. It's relative, I guess, right? Am I taller than I was when I was 4 years old. Sure.
Last time we worked together, she barely came to my shoulder. We can assume this was like a weekend. At longest, it was like a Christmas break.
2-week vacation or something.
Yeah.
But they don't specify, so.
Mm-mm.
All right, let's see. Someone says here, Freddie Loves Delilah says, are we sure OP didn't shrink? Someone else here, Pavla Hole, I guess.
Yeah,
says
Pavla Hole.
Pavla Hole says maybe she had her knees done. Someone said, you stole my reply. And then, let's see. Someone here just responded with high heels, to which they got the response, high heels. To which someone else responded, high heels. And then a fourth response just says, high heels. That was a fun little thread.
Yeah, this is good internet right here.
Let's see. Derms Rurs. I guess I don't know how the fuck you would read that. DRMSRZ, who is a top 1% commenter, says, did you ask her how she grew from the previously discussed 5'3" to her new height of 5'7"? Can you please ask her what doctor and family have said about her 4-inch height growth in 1 week? So people are just adding time frames here.
Yeah.
Right. Is my favorite coworker, in quotations, something we should actually be focusing on instead? I'm not sure what they mean by that.
I couldn't tell you the height of most of my coworkers unless I do a direct comparison to me. But I would definitely notice a 4-inch jump, right?
Sure. I mean, what would that be like? Yeah, like most of your head, right? So I guess if someone was just up to your shoulders and then suddenly was up to your eyeballs, you'd probably notice.
Yeah.
Ooh, here's something from True Difference 8102. It's a little bit of a longer one, but they say, does she act the same as she always has since you've known her? Is the height difference the only thing that has changed? My brother had a coworker who shared with him that his girlfriend had multiple personality disorders. I think they refer to it now as dissociative disorders. Okay.
Yeah.
This fellow shared that when his girlfriend switched to one of her personalities, she wore different shoe size. She could not fit her feet into her other shoes. Now, I don't know much about this disorder, but if true, it's very strange. Okay, that's a theory, I guess.
A theory, yeah.
They're pulling a I don't know Jim Carrey's character name in Me, Myself, and Irene.
It's Charlie and
yes.
Hank.
Yeah, Charlie.
Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just double check.
If I'm right, I'm actually going to be kind of annoyed because I haven't seen that movie in years.
It is Charlie and Hank. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh man, but yeah, like, yeah. I mean, I guess I could see that. I really can't. I don't know how you would grow 4 inches just because your personality changed. Maybe you stand up straighter.
Yeah.
That might add like an inch. I don't know if it'll add 4 inches.
We also don't know how old these workers are.
Yeah. The way this OP kind of correlates the height differences to their sister and their mom makes me think they're, younger, like maybe in their early 20s, but
right.
Also, we don't know where these people work. Like, do they work in an office? Do they work at a gas station? Are they flipping burgers? Or are they serving papers? We don't know.
Hold on. I'm writing this out. Do you work on the International Space Station? Doesn't the lack of gravity separate one's vertebrae? Just a theory.
All right.
Oh man. Oh no. When you write on Reddit, it doesn't grammar check or anything.
Oh jeez.
I don't know if I got anything wrong there.
Oh, you posted it as 2 different comments. What if she got stretched out on one of those medieval punishment racks? Okay, here I got one more, and then we'll move on to your next story.
Okay. Okay.
Where was it? Okay, Soup Canb responded, I don't know. I grew from 5'4" to 5'7" in my early 20s, and apparently it's pretty commonish for this to happen to women during this time. Yeah, I suppose so. I guess women continue to develop into their like early 20s, right? Someone, who's this? Who's that lanky twat? Responded. I respond. Oh, gosh. Within a few weeks, though, it's a significant noticeable difference which you'd surely discuss with a colleague whom you discussed your short height with prior. Okay, so that's the thing, right? If you notice someone was taller, wouldn't you be like, holy shit, did you grow 4
Like
or 5
immediately.
inches? Yeah. It would be like super noticeable. If I saw one of my short king coworkers and the next thing I knew he was like 6 feet tall, yeah, I'd be like, damn, dude, what are you got some new boots, or
Yeah, like what sort of workouts are you doing?
did you get that? Oh my gosh, what is it? That surgery that makes you taller? What is it that they pull from?
Oh.
That they like extend your shins, I think, but it makes you like super weak. Like you literally can't do anything physical for the rest of your life. You're just
Oh,
taller.
that sounds terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, but some people just want to be tall.
I was looking up body lengthening surgeries.
Oh. Oh, what did you find?
Nothing great. It, like the first response is obviously Google doing an AI response, and everything else was like trying to sell me insurance.
See, I think I saw a video on it, and I wasn't sure. I can't remember if it was a TikTok or if it was like a series on Netflix or something.
Right.
But it was just about this short guy who wanted to be taller. I think he was like an Elvis impersonator or something. Someone's gonna hear this and be like, "What a fucking idiot! He doesn't remember that at all." Which is true, as I don't have a fucking great memory. But yeah, he was going on about how he wanted to get this extension surgery, and then it would cut to people who have had it, and they're like, "Yeah, I got to use a cane for the rest of my life now and stuff like this." But at least I look sexier. So
I guess.
yeah, I wouldn't want any kind of surgery where you have to pull something from one part of my body to extend another part of my body.
That sounds, yeah. I don't think there's a world in which I agree to that.
So let's see, what's your next one? Weird experience with a dog creature?
Yes, posted on r/paranormal encounters as of 12 hours ago by the Mr. Ian Man. I'm gonna guess that's how you are supposed to say that.
Them Ryan Man?
Oh, them Ryan Man could, yeah, that's a possibility. The weird experience with a dog creature advice? Because there's a question mark. When I was a bit younger, I had a weird experience and wondered if anyone has experienced anything similar or knows possibly what it could have been.
We need to add that to the drinking game. If anyone has experienced anything similar. Yeah.
Similar experiences. I live in England and was walking down a path. That's very descriptive. To one side of me were miles of fields and trees. To the other side are houses. I look back, and from an alley emerged a weird creature. The only way I can describe it is that it skulked. The thing looked like a massive, deformed dog. Its front legs were very long, and its nose was to the floor like it was sniffing. Like it was sniffing the ground like a typical dog would. I stopped and just looked because I was a bit shocked, and it looked up at me and grinned. It grinned? The grin had an almost human-like, "Oh, you've seen me" type of look. It then just went on its way into the bushes. I've never seen anything like this before or again. The weird thing is, I didn't even feel fear until I thought back on it after it creeped me after and got creeped out. I know it sounds far-fetched, but can anyone genuinely give any insight?
Hold on, I gotta read that description again. The thing looked like a massive deformed dog. Its front legs were very long, and its nose was to the floor like it was sniffing. You say dog, do you mean like dog body, dog face? They didn't really describe the legs either, other than being like long.
All I can see is that it is a dog with long front legs.
Yeah, so it's a dog with long front legs and one of those anime smiles that bad guys give when they're about to do something, right?
I really enjoy that description. What is it? The grin had an almost human-like, ooh, you've seen me type of look.
What was it grinning from? Was it its snout? Was it just a normal mouth underneath?
Right.
Was this an anteater? Did they see an anteater?
I don't know how long anteater's legs are.
No, maybe they confused the nose with its leg.
Oh, that's fair.
Because no, yeah, look at a picture of an anteater. That's could be.
Anteater. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the tail is too hairy. These are bear in a way, like a bear's back legs. The patterning of the coloration of its fur it's kind of striking. Like it's very notable. It walks on its knuckles, which like why are we doing that?
That's how horse girls jot, right? Whenever they pretend to gallop, they do it on their knuckles.
Hold on a second. I have a question. Do anteaters have jaws? Right. Their tongue kind of shoots in and out like a proboscis. Yes, anteaters apparently do have jaws, but they are toothless and have very limited movement.
Ants.
Okay. Well, the reason I'm asking is it wouldn't be able to smile, right? If anteaters can smile. I'm going to draw the line there.
Here, I'll Google anteater face. They do just kind of look like they're smirking at you. Like
Did we solve this one?
Picture here.
Well, Adam James 777 replied to this. He said, I don't know if you're familiar with the dogman phenomena in the U.S. A lot of similarities between your description and many descriptions of encounters with similar creatures stateside. The menacing smile in particular rings a lot of bells. There's a YouTube channel called Dogman Encounters where people discuss their experiences. Some, of course, are reliable and believable. Some, of course, are more reliable and believable than others. There's a few cases of similar things being encountered in the UK too. To which the OP replied and said, thank you. I've always thought Dogman stories were made-up stories, not true encounters. I'll check it out.
Oh, so they have heard of the Dogman.
Some biases were built, huh?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I had to try to get this photo from my freaking phone.
Oh, they do have, like, little mouths. Yeah, it's like the way it was in my head was their mouth was kind of like a butthole, which a tongue would shoot out of. But that's definitely
really
a mouth.
Small. There's like side profile pictures of them opening their mouths, and it looks like it's just a really long face and the teeniest tiniest mouth.
Silly looking.
There's like side profile pictures of them opening their mouths.
Odd Incident 314 says, it sounds like a Nahual to me, face, but I'm going to have to Google that. Is a guardian spirit or shapeshifter in Mesoamerican and Toltec spiritual traditions. Let's see, is a human being who has the power to shapeshift into their tonal animal counterpart. Okay. Thank you, Odd Incident. We'll take that into account. Someone else said it sounds like a skinwalker. Let's see. Another mention of Dogman. It sounds like smile.jpg dog creepypasta. Are you familiar with that, by the way?
No, I'm not.
Smile dog? Don't Google it, is what I'll say. Don't Google smile dog, and definitely don't Google image smile dog. That is an internet mystery.
Okay.
The curse comes from being able to see Smile Dog.
Well, OP seems to be familiar with it because they say, does sound like that, but looked nothing like it, of course. Of course, right?
Of course. Very important. Don't be a fool. Just said the word
yeah.
gin.
Respond to that.
To the word gin with the only thing I got close to finding that is similar was called that is supposed to be Islamic. I'm not Muslim though, so I thought it would be something I would. So I thought it would be something I
guess
wouldn't
that's how
see.
religion works, huh?
So
I don't believe in that stuff, so that's why you should never be scared of demons if you're not
right.
Catholic.
It is historical that most. I'm going to say most because I don't actually know if all, but most demonic possessions happen to people who believe in that sort of stuff.
It's kind of long. I did COP's like last response here, which I thought might shed some light. So let's see. What Trick War 7332 says, "Wow, that is weird. That does sound like Dogmanish, but it doesn't quite fit their usual MO. So I have no idea what that was. If you didn't feel any angst during the encounter, I'd say it meant no harm and was just a cryptid that you caught sight of." I have studied cryptids for many years. Let me push up my glasses. And all I can really say is there are way more things out there than we could possibly imagine, and you just happen to come across one of them. I have a few questions if you can remember. What color was it? Was it muscular or thin? What was its hair like? Was it unkempt? Did you notice anything unusual about the eyes? Was there a smell? What size dog would you say it was? And did it have a tail? And then, have you ever heard reports of the older folk in your village speak of such a thing? Maybe you should ask someone else local if there's a legend of a cryptid in your area without being too specific. I want to say, this is my main issue, that it doesn't quite fit any of the general suggestions of what it was. Most people think I'm making it up when I mention it, but there is a local legend. It is called the Beast of Barmston Drain, or Old Stinker, but the legends seem very unreliable. I like he started writing Old Stinker in quotations, but didn't close it out.
In quotes, and didn't finish the quotes, yeah.
What to say? They're very unreliable, though you could say the same about my encounter. Okay, from what I remember, it had black/dark brown and very unkempt hair, almost patchy fur. It was very thin. There was no smell. I don't recall any particulars about the eyes, but the face I feel had a human likeness to it that I can't describe. Only that it seemed intelligent. I state that I turned around. I don't know why I looked. It was pure chance or instinct that I turned around and saw it. He continues, also regarding size, its front legs were very long. It would have been a large dog, but the front legs made it seem even bigger. Sounds like an anteater to me.
Yeah, the intelligent human-like face tells me anteater.
Absolutely. Yeah. Did you see that last picture of the anteater face I posted on there?
No.
You telling me that doesn't look human to you?
Sorry. That little weirdo got me real good. He's like cheering about something. He's like, yeah!
I can't tell if that's a mouth or like a hoof.
That's striking. I never imagined an anteater's mouth being so silly.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that was all the comments on there. Did we have anything else before we close out?
You know what? Let me look this up real quick. I'm gonna do a quick search. What I was trying to do is I wanted to find like a video or like an image of like paranormal stuff happening. But if you go to r/CCTV, there are only 3 posts that mention paranormal anything.
Where do you get all those other paranormal? Is it just from the paranormal subreddit?
Yeah, then I just look up media. I did post something here in the media channel for you if you want to give that a watch and maybe do a live description of what you're seeing.
Ooh, okay. Well, just from the still here, it looks like it's a living room. TV on the far left. There's like a couch on the far right, lining a wall, and then what looks like a kitchen and a little dining table. And then in the very back, it leads into a hallway with like what looks like an open door.
Mm-hmm.
Loading. Oh, Roomba is coming through. You can see the laser, but there's a cat riding on it. That's a pretty tall Roomba. It looks like a little
It's a very
R2-D2.
tall cleaning robot, yeah.
Yeah. yeah, no, the cat just rides in.
It's funny because like the I don't even know what they're called, like the laser sights of the robot are visible first, and they as they come into the room. But the cat is the first thing you actually see, and it looks like it's just kind of levitating its way through the room.
Yeah, because it's like covered by the couch at first.
Yeah, it's very silly.
What was the sin? Was it under the awe
r/aw?
Yeah. It does have like a little kind of a creepy little start to it. I tried to look up Ask Reddits for Anteater.
Oh, okay.
And the first one that popped up is not Anteater related. It's kind of gross, so I'm not gonna read it.
Oh no.
People on Reddit are disgusting. He's between Anteaters and the USA.
Between Anteaters and the whole of the USA?
Yeah.
Probably not very religious Anteaters.
You know what? The Ask Reddit is failing us here. I'm gonna go to the reliable subreddit, Dad Jokes. And I'm gonna look up
dad jokes.
Yeah. I saw you put something else on there. Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. So this is another video. From the still here, it looks like someone's porch looking out into a yard. There's a big pickup truck. It looks like snow on the ground. Like
I think that's just
vision.
Like night vision grass.
Because like the all the lights are like yellow. There's like a yellow hue to them. So, okay, let's see. Loading. Oh, in the frame. I think I saw a dog walk by in front of him, and then it looks like the camera just glitches out, and they both fade into nothingness.
Right. So, like, as the guy makes his way down the sidewalk, his lower half of his body just kind of dematerializes.
Yeah. Well, if you notice at the very beginning, there's like, so it looks like it starts at the mailbox, right? I could see the outline of a dog, and I think it's
sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a glitch in the camera, sure, but this was posted on the Ghosts subreddit. But it looks funny though, because you just see a streak go across the sidewalk, and then this middle-aged man just following behind, and it just starts to dematerialize. It actually starts before the mailbox.
The mailbox.
How fun!
I wonder what's going on there. I would like to see more footage from this ring cam.
Yeah. What did I? Oh, here we go. Okay, here's a dad joke about anteaters. What did the anteater need after eating too many fire ants?
Alka-Seltzer? No, like a heartburn medication?
You're close. And antacid.
An antacid! That's pretty good.
Someone else responded, or fire ant extinguisher.
Yeah,
that was...
There's definitely a joke there.
Yeah. Let's see, I just gotta make sure these aren't too... This one is, what type of street do anteaters live on?
Okay. What kind of street? So we're talking about like a circle or a boulevard sort of situation?
Yeah.
ant in it?
Not this one.
Okay. Don't know.
Boulevard Vark.
They're related to aardvarks?
Yeah.
Boulevard Vark that's annoying.
Yeah, it only had 3 upvotes. So, the first comment on here is an ant venue. These are not very good.
Yeah, you really got to stretch for these.
Okay, let me see. Able to find one more. Anteaters never get sick.
Because they have they have a lot of antibodies.
Yeah, they have a lot of antibodies.
I'm learning. No. All right. I think that's gonna have to do it for this random themed no themed episode. We might actually have a lot of these moving forward.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, this was a good time. If you have any stories, you could submit them to us for this show down in the comments or to our Reddit, which is PONDPOD.
Yeah, and we've been a Paranormal Dudes, ever in need of stories to intrigue, perplex, and maybe even frighten us. Explain it. It's probably an anteater. Or you can post about it on Reddit. Until next time, stay tuned and stay haunted.
Meow.